Unbroken is the story of Louis Zamperini's extraordinary life. He has faced many challenges and endured all of them. When he was a young boy, he was always fighting and stealing. His brother Pete begged the track coach to let Louis on the team so he could stay out of trouble. The coach accepted. Pete began helping Louis train. Louis put all his focus on track and began to excel. Louis began breaking records and was named Best High School Miler in 1934. After winning this title, Louis set a goal to make it to the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany. He begins training to try and beat the 4-minute mile. After the Berlin Olympics, Louis' running career is put on hold when World War II breaks out. Louis enlists in the Air Corps and becomes a bombardier. He has many tough times during flight. Once their plane was hit over 500 times, and most of the crew survived. While out on a mission in a bad plane, the engines start failing. The plane crashes and only 3 men survive, Louis included. They are out in the open water for 47 days, surviving off albatross, terns, and pilotfish. After almost 2 months, they think they see an island, but as it approaches, it turns out to be a Japanese boat. Survivors are captured by the Japanese and put into a prisoner of war camp. Louis is moved from camp to camp, each worse than the last. Louis survives all of the terrible camps despite being harassed by a guard nicknamed the Bird. Back home, Louis gets married and has a child. He develops a drinking habit because of the war he can't get out of his head. Louis, with the help of his wife, finds God. Finding faith helps him lose his drinking habit and become a motivational speaker. Quite some time later, Louis forgives all the men who have wronged him. In 1998, he ended up carrying the Olympic torch right past the place where he was once held prisoner, and he puts the past behind him. Louis has changed as he's grown up, but still has some of his childhood characteristics. He grew up very stubborn and tough, and he carried those two traits with him through the rest of his life. His stubbornness and toughness got him through much of the war. Pete, Louis' brother, was very encouraging to Louis. He helped him get through his childhood and pushed him to be the greatest. Pete was very kind and generous. In Louis' life, there were many complications. Once, while Louis was racing, someone spiked him, causing severe pain in his foot. He pushed through and ended up tying for first with the one who sabotaged him. Another was when he was a bombardier in war and he couldn't see his target very well. He took a guess and ended up hitting it spot on. Another was while he was in a prisoner of war camp, he had to be punched by every single one of the prisoners. Overall, I thought the book was really good. If you watch the movie, you have sort of an idea of what happened to Louis, but you don't really know everything he went through. I would recommend this book to my classmates because it is a very interesting and different book. Also, because young adults have little knowledge about what went on during the war. We know what happened and everything, but not specific details of what happened if you were captured. These details are described in Unbroken. It was extremely heartbreaking, but with Louis surviving everything, it was truly inspiring.